What's going on? What's going on, good people? How y'all feeling? This is Omari Kinsey with MS Understood. Now, what's going on? I hope y'all right. Hope y'all feeling good. I hope everything's working out for you and your lives, right? I'm here to discuss another video on multiple sclerosis. Different ideas, different opinions, different takes on how to deal with this ailment, right? Get it out of here, get it out of the way, right? So, um, I wanted to go over a video today, uh, going over 3 natural home remedies for dealing with multiple sclerosis, right? And so, if you haven't figured out, okay, if you haven't figured out by now, that's what I deal with on this channel, right? The natural ways to alleviate multiple sclerosis and to help us deal with this ailment. So today we got 3 natural home remedies for dealing with multiple sclerosis. And so in dealing with multiple sclerosis, it's one of the major things, just like with anything else in life, right? Like the most complex problems are solved by the most simple solutions, right? And so, you know, just this thing about drinking water. Like water cures and helps heal everything within our body. But we forget to drink water. Like if we just don't be throughout the course of the day, it's like, oh man, I'm thirsty. Oh, I could drink some water, but I need this juice. I need this heavy, concentrated, sugary juice. You know what I'm saying? Good sugary drink. But you know what I mean? Not understanding that like if we just drunk water, it would uh it would correct a lot of the errors that we have within our systems. So I want to watch this real quick. Definitely see what we could take from it, and definitely we could build on it and all of that. All right. So, but before we start, I want you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, right? I want you to do all those things, right? Whether you like it or not, you know what I'm saying? We definitely need the support for this channel so that we can continue to grow and continue to educate ourselves and educate the world. So let's watch this video. Boom.
In this video, I'll show you 3 high-impact strategies that you can start today at home naturally for multiple sclerosis to start reversing inflammation fast. We'll even review the scientific research and go in depth to show how to resolve MS. Now onto the topic of natural home remedies for MS. The mistake I see most people make is they get sucked into just taking medications or relying on their doctors for help. While having a good physician is great, the truth is there are several significant ways to decrease inflammation on your own within your control, which greatly impact multiple sclerosis symptoms. And you may be thinking, what are these remedies? Well, let's talk about natural home remedies by discussing 3 factors you'll need to optimize to solve multiple sclerosis inflammation. In training, we used to work 80 to 100 hours a week for many years. So I've certainly experienced sleep deprivation for long periods of time, and I can say that the lack of sleep really takes a toll. Many of my friends and family also work hard jobs and take care of kids and family, so prioritizing good sleep can be tough, but actually getting good sleep is not that hard. There are several hard truths that you need to come to terms with when it comes to sleep. In my own life, I've experienced almost every symptom of inflammation, so the topic of sleep is near and dear to me, and I hope I can shed some light on this issue. It turns out sleep problems are so common that only a quarter of adults actually report getting good sleep on a continuous basis. The other 75% are experiencing problems, sometimes on a daily basis. We know that sleep disturbance leads to inflammation due to increases in cortisol, tumor necrosis factor alpha, and interleukin 6. But did you know disturbances in sleep are one of the strongest epigenetic triggers of inflammation? Circadian rhythms exert control on 15% of our genes. That's the natural ebb and flow our body tells us to follow. Unfortunately, things like work and family and stress often get in the way. Sleep affects the genes that control aging, mood, digestion, and immune inflammation, basically every biologic function that matters to us on a daily basis. So what does restorative sleep look like? I like to think of sleep in functional parts. Deep sleep is for tissue growth and healing. Rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep, is important for learning and memory. Together, these two comprise what we call restorative sleep, which is typically around 40% of the total sleep cycle. Now, obviously, these ratios can change. For example, many people notice that after a night of drinking alcohol, they may not be as sharp or rested the following day. That's because the alcohol affects the amount of restorative sleep you get. Medications such as Ambien, Benadryl, Xanax, which are typically used as sleep aids, also negatively alter these ratios and cause cognitive decline over time. Caffeine is another big one, especially if it's consumed in the afternoon or evening time. Exercise decreases inflammation. Most people who deal with inflammation have very low energy levels. They also deal with pain in the muscles and joints. So I'm aware that starting exercise may be difficult, but I can also tell you that once you initiate some sort of program, even if it's not very much, you'll start to see changes. I think exercise serves a few purposes. One, it decreases inflammation. It favorably affects the TNF alpha, IL-6, and arachidonic acid pathways. Second, it improves sleep. People who have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, if they exercise during the day, and I mean really exercise, to the point of feeling tired after they're done, they do better when it comes to bedtime. They're just so exhausted that they fall asleep and stay asleep. 3, it decreases anxiety and stress. Exercise is a potent inhibitor of the hormone cortisol. 4, it secretes growth hormone, which stimulates your body's cells to adopt a more youthful metabolism. 5, it improves digestion. Things move faster through the colon. So what type of exercise is the best? I recommend high-intensity interval training 2 to 3 times per week, and start off with about 20 minutes. You should also do some resistance and weight training 2 to 4 times a week. Start off with 20 minutes. Focus on large muscle groups. So things like squats, lat pull-downs, shoulder presses, leg curls. What you should also start off with is maybe 10 minutes of low-impact cardio each day, something like the Stairmaster, biking, running, swimming. It depends on if you have sore joints and muscles, you may have to adjust this accordingly. A full workout routine is beyond the scope of this training, but just start something and start developing a full regimen as you go. If you break a sweat at least 3 to 4 times a week and work large muscle groups at least twice a week, you can be pretty sure that your inflammation will decrease substantially and you'll feel better. I realize that stress can play a big role in inflammation. For one, it can trigger the fight or flight response, which sends your body's cortisol levels skyrocketing. It can also affect sleep, diet, and overall gene function. I find that many people work hard jobs, have financial insecurity, take care of loved ones at home, so there are a lot of obligations that are being placed higher than your own. On the most basic level, stress occurs when expectations don't meet reality. So you can either change expectations, that would be things like meal planning or calendars, time management, outsourcing, setting boundaries, or change your reality, which would mean letting go of certain obligations and commitments and becoming more efficient, basically leveling up. This process can be difficult because it will challenge your assumptions and long-held beliefs. I'm actually saying let go of some of your obligations, especially if they're impacting your health. Going from unwell and sick to healthy is a transformative process, and sometimes it requires some real changes to alleviate stress in your life. I've seen people have to take an easier work schedule so that they can have more time at home. I've seen people tell loved ones that they can't take care of them like they used to, and this can be especially hard for parents with young children. Many times, kids are the reason they can't sleep at night or can't eat healthy food in the house. My response to this is don't totally abandon all your obligations and responsibilities, but set boundaries and set expectations for what is reasonable, and don't beat yourself up if you don't meet some high standard. You can't always do everything, even for your own kids or loved ones. Ask for help. Kids are one thing, but it gets even harder sometimes dealing with older adults, frankly. Sometimes there's a spouse or a partner or a family member that's just not pulling their weight and is in fact creating more work for you. It's okay to say no. It's okay to ask for help. It's also okay to take a step back from certain relationships and set healthy boundaries. The reality is, our bodies tell us when we're wrong, when we're doing things that we're not supposed to be doing. Whether it's the food we eat or the company we keep, or the types of work that we do, or the types of relationship that we have, or the amount of sleep that we get, all of these things affect our health. And if there's something in your life that's preventing you from achieving that goal, then you need to take a hard look at it and see what can be done. And I'm happy.
All right. Boom. All right, so look, that video was real interesting to me. Just like I said in the beginning, just how simple life can be. You mean to tell me if I went up to a mountain to get information from a guru and I climb up this tall mountain and ask him, Guru, please tell me, how do you cure multiple sclerosis? And he tells me, more sleep, exercise, and bring stress down. Now leave. I would kind of be upset. Like I traveled up this huge mountain. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some real information, and you're giving me basic stuff. But the fact of the matter is, it is basic, right? And these things, like those three things, if we do an inventory on our life, we would see that we're not getting enough rest. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting enough exercise, and we're getting way too much stress, right? And so, I could take a pill that could help me alleviate that, or I could just do better for myself, right? And do better for myself and my family and all of us. So, yeah, so it's real important. It's real important that we focus on those things, man, and look at those things, see where we're at a deficit in those things, and correct them. Do our best to correct them as much as possible. So, yeah. So, boom, that's the video for today. That's the conversation for today. That's the realization for today. For myself, I'm about to go to sleep right now. Absolutely, I'm shutting it down, turning this off, and I'm going to sleep. So, listen, if you like the content, if you love the content, if you hate the content, whatever it is, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell. Give me a like, all of that, and comment. You know what I'm saying? Comment, like, let's have conversation. Let's dialogue. Let's go back and forth, right? But whatever the case may be, I pray that you well. I pray that you elevate it. I pray that everything goes well for you and that you are blessed and living in those blessings. So I'm signing out. I see y'all later. On to the next video. Peace.